Okay, what's up everybody, and welcome back to yet another video podcast. I'm going to watch this video with you guys. We are going to analyze Mark Cavendish sprint in stage 5 Tour of Belgium, and it was quite an important victory for him because he has to make selection, or perhaps he wants to make selection for the Tour de France. I know he mentioned that he might not want all that stress, and I saw people say that he might not want to go. He's on a small salary, he doesn't want all the stress. Of course he wants to go to the Tour de France. It's the biggest bike race in the world. Everyone wants to go. It is a lot of pressure. So big GC guys who are climbers, a lot of them that are under a lot of pressure would prefer sometimes to just go to Giro or Volta because the stress for them is on a whole other level in my opinion, but that's my opinion. So before I start with this, I've been training hard. You can check out my rides on Strava. I'm joking, I haven't been training that hard. But if you look at my shirt, yesterday was quite hard, and I haven't washed the shirt. I haven't washed it just to show it to you guys. So I've been suffering a little bit. I haven't just been making videos. I've been riding my bike as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch this sprint with you guys, and I'll analyze it with you guys, and we'll see what's going on here. It's quite an interesting sprint. I'm not going to say Cav was lucky that he's won, but he still hasn't convinced me that he was the strongest out of the sprinters in this specifically sprint, because a lot of things went wrong for the other sprinters. But saying that, in any of these professional bike races on this level, you have to have a lot of luck on your side as well when you win these sprint stages. You have to not be boxed in. It's a lot of factors that are not in your hands.
No, I'm just incredibly happy. You don't stop me talking when I'm excited. It's also nice to, sprint against Caleb. I don't remember drag stripping someone where the lead changed so much in the final 200 metres. That's Tim, I said the other week, he's arguably the best sprinter at the minute. And to be able to match him when I had to go, I seen him go early at 200, and that's where he's strongest. He can hold it so high.
And it's not just pure power, definitely not with these fast sprints. I don't care who you are. So let's quickly see what's happening. They just came under the 1 kilometer banner, and obviously the Koenig really strong lead out. That's why all the other teams have lined up behind them, because they just prefer going from the lead out from the Koenig. They're more than happy to let the Koenig take control of the race. This is another problem, because this means Cav doesn't have to bump and barge with any of the other sprinters behind him, and you can see it's already lined out. And here comes Morkov. As you can see, doesn't immediately kick when one of the lead out guys pull off. I can't exactly see who that is. His image quality is really bad. And Morkov doesn't kick immediately. He has to wind it up, and he makes sure Cavendish is behind him. So you've got Jasper de Base here on the left. So this is getting really interesting, because what is interesting is he's on the right hand side, he's in the wind. He's got no top end speed because he's in the wind, so he doesn't come off of anyone's wheel, and the wind pushing him is obviously going to slow him down dramatically, and he's looking behind him, which means he's definitely not pushing full gas. Now this is a problem, because everyone behind him is going to swamp him, and what's also interesting, you'll see the Lotto guy on the left hand side is talking to them in the radio and telling Jasper de Base that Caleb Ewan is not on his wheel. So immediately I think Jasper de Base starts looking around. Once again, I'm not going to make theories here, but this is what I think is happening. And then he realizes, oh, Caleb is not on his wheel. Caleb starts taking the inside line and looking for Cav's wheel. But all of a sudden, Jasper de Base thinks, oh, I feel pretty good. I'm going to try and accelerate again. There's no way you're going to accelerate back up to top end speed. You've already lost that speed when your nose touched the wind, and everyone behind you is going to swamp you, which means you are a danger for the guys behind you. This is a problem lead out men have quite often. They are hoping not to get crashed from behind, someone coming riding into the back of them. Okay, so obviously he doesn't have enough speed, and then he sees Caleb on his left hand side, and he starts swinging to the right. Now I'm just surprised that how did he not think anyone is going to come on the right hand side, because this was going to be pretty obvious. Anyway, Tim Lear has his lead out guy in front of him, and he obviously loses a little bit of speed swinging out like that into the wind, and it forces him to go early. So it's really important because look how he already has to go. He went into the wind. That big swerve makes him lose a lot of energy and power. And Nizzolo is completely shaken from that crash. He's kind of out of it. And you've got Pascal Ackermann on the wheel of Cav and Dylan Groenewegen on the wheel of Pascal Ackermann. And Michael Morkov, one of the best lead-out men, is the best lead-out guy currently in the world. And any sprinter that has him as a lead-out man, their chances of winning significantly increases by, I would say, about 30-40%. Cav also spoke about that normally Michael Morkov is, another thing to consider is Michael Morkov is the primary lead-out man of Sam Bennett, and now he's been the lead-out man of Mark Cavendish, and it just shows you they all want him. All these top sprinters want him. And Morkov can sprint for himself, and he'll still be able to finish second or third, or perhaps win. That's how good he is. So this is good. So yeah, Tim Lear opens up on the left. Caleb Ewan is on his left hand side. Cav on the right, and they're all just drag racing each other. I almost thought for a bit Cav was going to close Ackermann on the left hand side, but he didn't. He was a naughty. He kept a nice line, and as Cav got older, you'd see him bump and bodge a lot less. I think he has gotten a little bit more cautious. It's normally when you are really young and in your prime that you tend to take much more risks. Okay, Ackermann is not getting past Cav. Cav is very aerodynamic in his sprint. Tim Lear is kind of the only guy in the picture that can still win it, yeah. And then you have Groenewegen spinning it out, and what you'll notice is that he doesn't have another gear. And in my opinion, if his gearing was fine, I think he would have won the sprint. But that's my opinion. And then he completely spins out, so he can't put down any more power, and look how close he got. And you can see he's really upset. So interesting sprint. I think that's Bohani coming in the middle. He never really had a chance against these guys, but everything went perfect for Cav. But Nizzolo and Tim Lear got shaken with Jasper de Buyst moving violently left. And Dylan Groenewegen, whose gear stopped working, and Pascal Ackermann, I think, just couldn't get past, to be honest. So interesting stuff. Let's see if Cav makes to a selection. If he has, please leave a comment down in the comment section down below. It will be really interesting to know if he makes to a selection, but an important victory for him, and also for his confidence. When I did Tour of Turkey, he was there as well. I think he won 3 or 4 stages. He looked really good, but there wasn't as good sprinters as here. So yeah, we're wishing him all the best if he does make to a selection. And yeah, I still don't believe the old Cav is back, but I can be wrong, obviously. So wishing him all the best. So once again, thanks for checking into another Secret Training Bible podcast. If there's any other topics, please leave them in the comment section down below, and we'll discuss them. All the best.